So, Morning Joe, this guy, he's married to Zygmunt Brzezinski's daughter, right? And they do a morning show, I think from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock on MSNBC. I think Morning Joe used to work. He was either a congressperson or he was an aide to a congressperson. I think it was a congressperson. Joe Scarborough is his name. The Scarborough Affair. Y'all remember that song? By the way, Ronnie Spector is dead. I'll try to cover that today if I can get some opportunity to say a word about her as well. Anyway, but Mr. Engineer, so this guy, Joe Scarborough, called out this guy, Ron DeSantis, who, by the way, Ron DeSantis he thinks he's going to be next president. And actually, there is an unspoken war going on now between Tribulation Trump and Ron DeSantis. Tribulation Trump said the other day in an interview on One American News, OAN News, where he says, he's telling people to get the shot, right? Get the shot, wear a mask. And so the reporter asked, well, what do you think about these other people saying, don't get the shot, don't? And he said, they're just gutless. That phrase was directed at Ron DeSantis. Now, Ron DeSantis is the governor of the state of Florida, Sunshine State. I ain't going down there till he's no longer governor. I used to love to go to Florida. But they are now lining up to fight one another. Ron DeSantis is the guy who said, I make my children. When he was running for governor, he wanted Trump's help. He was licking Trump's boot and something else. Anyway, so now they are fighting one another because Trump see Ron DeSantis as a possible challenger, for the White House. Anyway, Mr. Engineer, run that clip from Morning Joe on MSNBC.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is considered a possible Republican contender for president in 2024. DeSantis has so far refused to say whether he's received a booster shot.
Have you gotten the booster?
So I've done whatever I did, the normal shot, and that at the end of the day is people's individual decisions about what they want to do.
What a dumb world he lives in. I don't know. Is the whole solar system around him dumb?
I have to tune out.
Like how can
I can't.
He's afraid to say whether he got a booster shot. How can anybody be so weak?
I don't know.
And so.
It's a good question.
I don't know.
I'll
just stop there with
ask
weak.
Jonathan Lemire.
I won't say what I'm really thinking. You're afraid to tell people whether you got a shot.
Jonathan Lemire, Donald Trump.
Oh my God! What would it be like to be a man living in that kind of world?
Well,
I really wonder what man would be afraid to tell people.
I do agree with you.
Whether they got a shot or not. That is a weak.
But maybe even worse is a man who's finally come around.
Now, a little bit later on, Trump is going to call that statement, that action by Ron DeSantis, as gutless. But can I ask you something? You white people, can I talk to y'all? I mean, I don't say that's really racist, because I know why I say white people, I get your attention. You're J-Fib. But can I ask you white people something? What is going on with Ted Cruz, Ron DeSantis, Kevin McCarthy? What y'all white people doing? I ain't never seen nothing like this in all my days. I used to run out with the Haight-Ashbury crowd. Unfortunately, I was running out with that crowd smoking weed in Central Park late at night and, doing a little lysergic acid, whatever it was, LSD. And there were some crazy hippies I used to hang out with down in the village on Positively 4th Street. Now, that's when I was a young boy. I was only like 19 years old, so don't be accusing me of stuff. I don't do that no more. But I'm trying to compare what is going on with all these crazy white people. Now, they're J-Fib, but I mean, Kevin McCarthy today, he was saying, Trump should be responsible for what happened. He needed to be held responsible. When he saw it unfolding, he should have stopped it immediately. So they asked him, you said that, why'd you change your mind? He went off on a tangent about why did Nancy Pelosi have more guards installed that day. And then Ted Cruz let Tucker Carlson slap the wee-wee out of him. Called him a lie 6 times to his face, lying Ted. Now you got Ron DeSantis saying, they ask him, well, have you had the shot? and he won't answer. By the way, that boy Jagokovic, what is his name anyway? From over yonder in Serbia, right? He's supposed to be some world great tennis player, right? Went down to Melbourne, Australia, and lied, trying to go through customs because he thinks he's a big tennis star. He can lie to people about the whether he had the shot or not. A lot of these people don't want to take a shot, but they don't want to tell the truth about that. They kept that boy. I hope they don't let him play. I hope they run that boy out of Australia because we got a lot of listeners down in Australia. I once had a television program down in Melbourne at one time. Anyway, so, but I don't know what's going on with these white people. My God from Zion. Maybe I shouldn't put the Lord in this one, so I retract that one. Let me just say this. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a Democrat. Definitely ain't that. I'm not a Republican. Sure enough, stomped on ain't that. I'm not a liberal. Ain't gonna never be. And I'm not a conservative. I'm not that. I'm not a red boy or a blue boy. I'm the Lord's servant. Listen. I'm not here in support of Joe Biden and Camelback Hank Black Harris. The last thing on the planet Earth would be I'd be supporting them. I'm not. I don't have anything kind to say about them. I'm not here in support of Trump or any of the Trump supporters. I'm the Lord's servant. I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on the Lord's side. Let's be clear. All right, they'll be calling me a Biden supporter and I done flipped the wig and this, that, and the other. I did endorse Trump. I'll admit that I did, but not now.